North Korea has quietly reopened a construction firm in Senegal in an apparent violation of United Nations sanctions targeting Pyongyang's nuclear programs. VOA Korean service has confirmed at least 31 North Koreans are working at the firm, according to interviews and official documents reviewed by VOA Korean Ham Ji-Ha. Arzouma Kompaore of VOA French spoke to the reporter.
We found several evidences that North Koreans are still in Senegal. So first, we found their lodging compound. So we saw about 10 North Korean people were living there and commute from that lodging compound. And we also found several workers at the construction site. I was able to speak to 2 North Korean workers there, and they told me that they're from Pyongyang. Or about 31 North Korean construction workers in Dakar, Senegal, the capital city of Senegal. So we found out that they were they've been hired by this company called Korean Construction. And we found out that, Korean Construction is actually they just changed the name from Mansudae Overseas Project Group. So Mansudae is a designated entity by the United Nations Security Council and the U.S. Treasury Department, meaning that all the UN member states cannot have Mansudae or similar business in their own countries. The fact is that Korean Construction is now a registered business in Senegal, and we have the registration issued by the Senegalese government.
This company, Mansudae Overseas Project, is a pretty large company. Can you tell us more about the type of work that it does on the ground there in Senegal?
Yeah, so Mansudae has built the very big bronze statue there. It's very famous one. The
monument of the Renaissance, African Renaissance.
Right, the monument of African Renaissance that was built in 2010, and some people say that cost about like $20 million, but we discovered that it actually cost about like $50 million. So it's a huge amount of money. Some believe that this money goes straight to Pyongyang and helped to develop nuclear weapons.
So when you met the workers on the ground there, do they ever seem to be aware of the situation that they're not supposed to be living on the ground there under the new rule, the new sanctions?
We found out that these workers weren't allowed to speak to anyone outside of their lodging compound or their construction site. So they were not really aware of the global issue. For example, the sanctions violations, all kind of that. I don't think they are aware of that they are violating. Foreign workers of North Korea issue is very global issue that many governments have been focused on, so including the United States, because it's not only it has a WMD, weapons of mass destruction issue, it also has human rights violation issues too, because their working conditions were very poor. They make $120 a month in Senegal.
We understand that by the end of 2019, all governments or member states of the UN need to make sure that all foreign, North Korean workers depart from their country. Is that even something that you feel like Senegal is going to be able to do?
Not only they have to expel all the workers by the end of this year, they could not add any more new workers. But we found out that, as I told you, about 8 workers were added this year. Renewing working permit is not also allowed by the resolutions.